infusion. Pack the whole room up, yeah. Passive including, we got active recruiting, yeah. That's the whole movement. We pack incongruence, yeah. Bags feeling fat, I'll be mad if I lose it, yeah. I won't ever let them take this. You got bugs like I LASIK, yeah. I see straight, yeah. Hop on spaces, we get crazy, yeah. Screen J for J, straight from the town hall to the stages, yeah. Big old playlist, just 6 months and now it's ageless, yeah. Appreciation, it's a motto, it's the way, yeah. Conversations and alignment and Jason's, yeah. Compilations of the dogs and the amazers, yeah. Juke the nation, we united, we the greatest, yeah. Juke, 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 juke. Juke, 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 juke. Juke for some juke, that's exchanging truth for truth. Soup, partly soup, that's the way that we be moving, yeah. Juke, 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 juke. Juke, 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 juke. Juke for some juke, that's exchanging truth for truth. Soup, partly soup, that's the way that we be moving, yeah. We got active recruiting, yeah. That's the whole movement. We pack incongruence, yeah. Bags feeling fat, I'll be mad if I lose it, yeah. I won't ever let them take this. You got bugs like I LASIK, yeah. I see straight, yeah. Hop on spaces, we get crazy, yeah. Screen J for J, straight from the town hall to the stages, yeah. Big old playlist, just 6 months and now it's ageless, yeah. Appreciation, it's a motto, it's the way, yeah. Conversations and alignment and Jason's, yeah. Compilations of the dogs and the amazers, yeah. Juke the nation, we united, we the greatest, yeah. Juke, 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 juke. Juke, 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 juke. Juke for some juke, that's exchanging truth for truth, yeah. Soup, partly soup, that's the way that we be moving, yeah. Juke, 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 juke. Juke, 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 juke. Juke for some juke, that's exchanging truth for truth. Soup, partly soup, that's the way that we be moving, yeah.
Oh, well, hello, everybody. How is it going? I'm here. My name is Cash Donda. I'm joined by the big homie himself.
Yo, what up?
What's going on, man? We have a little bit of a Twitter issue right now, which is that the stream is live there, but it's not showing up in the feed, which means people can't like retweet it or share it. If anyone knows how to fix this, please let us know in the chat. It is working. Like, right? People are watching this on Twitter? Yeah? All right, Broski, I see is on Twitter. What's going on? Hurst for Khan and many others. What's going on? Legolas. I'm juping it. If anyone knows what is going on besides Squig, please tell us. But we have a big one for today as we're trying to figure out what's going on the tech side. But
you wanna just like close it and try again? Oh no.
I don't think that's gonna help. I don't know. Did Twitter change where now if you stream it doesn't show up live? Folks, we're doing this live, as you can tell. This is Friday Night Live with Cash and Meow. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I'm just looking at the chat here. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. What's going on, Van? Do we try turning it off and on? I mean, listen, it is working. It shows up in the sidebar. It shows up in the main place. So I don't know what else we can do about it, to be honest.
Private or something? Did someone set it private?
I don't think so. I can't imagine. I mean, no, people are watching it right now, so it can't be private.
Right? Sometimes you set it to like you can't do anything.
Cash is trying to ship, but it's not working as great right now, Legolas. Appreciate my guy, RJ. How you been? In the meantime, we'll know it's not private. We can ask a separate tweet with the stream. Okay, yeah,
No, it's actually not in the tweet though.
That's what I'm saying. It's not in the feed, even though the stream is live, which is very strange. So we're going to tweet it right now. Ask Rock why it's not working. Wasi Lawyer, please sue Twitter on our behalf as we go through it here. Listen, it's been a little minute. Ask Galileo. Shout out to Galileo. I don't know if people have tried that out live right now on jupe.ag. You can go check that out. Well, Beanie, you're going to make me blush. I can indeed. Yeah, it is on our avatar. Mediocre, you're right. As Meow is also trying to frantically fix it. Just retweeted on Twitter. It's good, says NY Soul. Let me see.
We should let me listen. I think we can try tweeting it on.
Yeah, I think
we
we're going to
should
try
just try
tweeting
tweeting
it directly.
Yeah, try
In the
tweeting
meantime,
stream directly.
yeah, let's see. This is with
Yeah,
Fun
just
Kids.
directly. 1 second, give me a sec. How do I tweet this directly? Yeah, it's not good. I think I got it. Oh yes,
You got
please. Wait, I just do this. Give me a sec.
I miss you too,
Okay,
Satch.
I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it. Give me a sec.
You got it? Cool. You're doing it from Maine, right? This is
One
one of the
second.
joys of live streaming, folks. You're really playing without a net. And right now, you can see that happening. We do have, you can tweet it actually. Yeah, so let's just have the main handle
Just
tweet it.
give me 1 second. I'm almost done. Yeah, give me a second.
All right. I like the death like get to the point. Brother, don't you think I would love to? We are ready and able and willing, but we just want to make sure that the stream is set up correctly. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, just give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. No, 30 seconds.
GM Southern, how's it going? Been a while since I've seen a JUP Rally live. It's good to see you, Loki. We've missed you, my friend. I know you're either LPing all across Southeast Asia. It is good to see you. We did not buy Hyperliquid. Hola, how's it going, Noah? Okay. What up, No? Shout out Famesy. Yeah, Dr. Frankie Miller is right. Banger after party in KL. We're not going to talk about what happened at that after party, but it was indeed a banger. It was
all right, done. I think
it worked.
It should be okay. Yeah, take a look.
Let me see.
Does it work?
Kind of. Yeah, it still doesn't do the embed. I think the Twitter might be. It might be a Twitter problem. That I think is probably what is happening right now. Is that it just appears as a weird thing on Twitter. Okay,
it does. It's yours.
It's good enough, folks. This is a JUP Rally. Fuck it, we do it live. We are going to go through it today. Listen, we have a plan. This is going to be a kind of somewhat momentous call. I'll tell you that right now in advance. Meow will put the phone down from in front of his face for sure. There we go. And then we're going to get into it. Listen, we're going to go right into the point over here. So let me share my screen, and then we can get going. All right, folks. Meow, how do you feel going into this here?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Cool. So we're going to talk about 3 things today in this JUP Rally. The first one is Jupuary and JUP. Then we're going to be joined by Jono from ParaFi to talk about their large-scale investment. In case you didn't hear already, they bought $35 million worth of the JUP token. And we're going to hear a little bit more about why they're thinking that JUP is exciting as an asset, why they're excited about JUP as a company, and where things are going from there. And then we're going to do a little CatLumpurr airdrop right at the very end. So I will go through it right now, and then Meow, you can jump in with any thoughts whenever you feel fit. Does that sound good? There we go. All right, cool. Let me start off by saying the quiet part out loud. And given what has happened recently on the timeline and elsewhere, it is very important to make sure that we're all on the same page here. JUP is the thing that aligns us all. We all want the same thing at the end of the day, right? The team, the community, the users, the token holders. This is why tokens are useful in the first place. They are useful as alignment mechanisms. And JUP is exactly that for us. And if you don't believe me, you can just look at the past history of what the Jupiter team has actually done and how hard we have committed to JUP as a token. We've done things that many other teams would never do, right? Let's start with this. Burned 3 billion tokens, 30% of the entire supply, including the team allocation, by the way, in order to kind of address token holder fears around future unlocks and so on. The team itself locked their first cliff unanimously, unilaterally. And the founders, including Meow right here, is locked up until 2030. He'll have been working on Jupiter for like 9 to 10 years before he'll get his first token. I've never heard of that in crypto or not in crypto. And I know he's a humble guy, so he's not going to talk about it. I told him at the time I thought it was fucking crazy. I still think it's fucking crazy. And it's a dramatic sign of confidence and faith in this long-term vision that is being built here. Other founders are selling on secondaries before TGE even happens, right? That's not what's going on here at Jupiter. And if that wasn't enough, there is direct alignment between Jupiter, the products, and the token, with 50% of our on-chain revenues going to buybacks on the open market via the Litterbox Trust, right? Having bought now hundreds of millions of tokens, burned 150 million tokens, and so forth, right? So a lot has been done already for the JUP token, and I think that is an important piece. Rip Van Winkle, all he hears is yap, yap, yap. All I hear is an important piece of understanding to make sure that what comes next, you understand the context from where it is coming, right? The truth is that market conditions have obviously changed recently, right? And as the market conditions change, new plans are required, and we need to do this together, right? And this is really what the DAO is made for. So what we're about to talk about is going to very much involve the DAO. It is going to be a DAO vote, first and foremost. Let me make that super clear. We're not deciding unilaterally on anything. Instead, there's going to be a DAO vote coming up next week. And this is kind of right in the bullseye of what the DAO was built for in the first place, right? Or especially since the fresh start. I shouldn't say since the first place. In the last 6 months, when we paused the DAO voting, reassessed with the community, with token holders and so forth, we came back, we said, hey, the DAO should vote on high leverage decisions that affect all JUP holders. And that is kind of the core purpose of the DAO. And what we're about to describe is very much one of those. So yes, Southern, the DAO will be riding again. We had a vote a little while ago about the Litterbox Trust and burning and burned something like 150 million tokens. Now there's going to be another DAO vote about a critical kind of point over here, right? The new DAO vote is going to be called net zero emissions, right? This is the idea. This is the objective. The goal is to drive JUP net emissions to effectively zero indefinitely. This is a big deal. This is a thing that we've heard a lot about from the community. It has been a key part of the overall strategy of how tokens grow, particularly in this environment, and is going to be an important piece of the future. So here's what the options are going to be on the DAO vote. The first option will be the JUP Rally continues as expected. We complete JUP Rally in early March. The specific dates here, the airdrop checker would come on February 28th, give or take a day. You know, there might be some tech problems here or there. That's why I put the little tilde there. So, you know, airdrop checker, February 28th, airdrop released roughly March 7th. That is option one if the DAO chooses to go over there, right? And so people are excited over here. But there is a second option, right? This is the kind of default status quo, business as usual option. Option two that we think is a bold proposal that will be good for the entire community, that will push things forward in a big way. It will drive us to near net zero emissions, is that we pause both team emissions and JUP Rally indefinitely, and we offset the mercurial vesting that's coming. Let me explain a little bit more details here. First, in option two, we would pause all emissions from the team reserve, right? So right now, what happens every month, there's something like 50 million tokens that go from the team reserve over into, you know, team members that have been working here. The team's about 150 people, been here for years, and so on. There's that kind of transmission that happens. That's an on-chain emission event. That would be paused going forward. Instead, I should say, in addition to that, the Jupiter Treasury would be there to absorb any vesting tokens from team members that did want to sell their tokens that were coming their way, right? Think of this almost like a credit facility where Jupiter's balance sheet kind of absorbs that rather than those tokens hitting the market, right? So that's the first thing. This is what the team would be doing, pausing team emissions from the reserve. The second thing would be postponing JUP Rally indefinitely. We would take the 700 million tokens, put them right back into the community cold multisig where they came from, keep the snapshot, and revisit this at a future point, right? We don't know exactly when that would be, but we would keep the data there, keep that snapshot there, and have the DAO vote on when those tokens should actually be released. And then the third piece of this would be to offset the Mercurial stakeholder emissions. Mercurial was the company that kind of predated Jupiter. It's another company that Miao and Xiang founded back in the day. And 5% of the token supply goes to those token holders and stakeholders at the time. What we would do here is accelerate all the vesting and absorb all the selling pressure. The way this would happen kind of tactically, we'd send out all the tokens to them. We track those wallets. Any sales that happen from those wallets or any movements to a centralized exchange will buy back that exact amount of tokens, right? So that way it's net negative, or excuse me, it's net neutral in terms of the emissions that are actually hitting the market. For every time there's a token sold or moved to a centralized exchange, we off the Jupiter balance sheet will buy a token and so forth, right? So option one and option two. Option one, JUP Rally continues. Here are the specific dates that it'll happen. Option two, no net new emissions indefinitely, right? Call this the Jupiter goes green plan, if you know what I'm saying, right? Like a hybrid car with no emissions. Here's what the schedule is going to look like. February 13th, which is today. The governance proposal is going to go live on discuss.jup.ag in just a few seconds. For the next few days, there'll be a discussion period, Discord, Twitter, elsewhere. We'll have a town hall on Twitter on February 16th, and then the vote will be from the 17th, which is next Tuesday, through Saturday. I think that's 5 days, and that'll be the actual voting period. Once that vote is complete, the team will respect whichever option the community wants to go through. Please note, ASR not affected by whether you vote or not, right? So whether you vote or not, you'll still be eligible for the same ASR. In case, for example, you were already traveling, you didn't have your ledger, we don't want you to be penalized, is the idea. So option 1 or option 2, that's where we go. I want to make this super, super, super clear, because I can already see the Twitter headlines that are going to come that are not going to be true. We are not deciding unilaterally to postpone JUP Rally. That's not at all what is happening here. JUP Rally was approved by the DAO, and now if it is to be postponed, it must be voted on by the DAO. If option 1 passes, JUP Rally will happen with those dates that I just told you. If option 2 happens, there'll be no net new emissions from the team or from JUP Rally or from the Mercurial investors. All of that will be kind of made neutral. That is the idea. So there's a lot of people, a lot of thoughts already in the chat, but let me pause there. Meow, what did you want to toss in here as well?
I mean, it's such a big deal.
Yeah.
I think that the main thing is right. I think that the first JUP Rally was awesome. I think the second year really created I think that this is an important move for us to really rethink how we think about everything. Yeah. And that would actually be, I would say it's actually very momentous. Yeah. And I am fully aware of how the different emotions at stake. I think that the important people in the community, the key stakers and the key users and the key team members, I think it will be an important move for all of us to kind of rethink and re-gear how we think about the token. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to be real with everyone here. I would definitely, and this is my personal opinion here, I'm not speaking for Jupiter or anything like that. My personal opinion, I think no net new emissions, it definitely is incredibly exciting, right? Especially in this kind of market. Most projects that are kind of like have had a token for a few years, like Jupiter, are faced with emissions. It's just like is a natural way of how tokens work and how token distribution works. And in our case here, if option 2 passes, I think that it's pretty interesting from an investor perspective, hopefully from an existing token holder perspective, to say, hey, there's no more dilution that's coming on chain, right? Circulating supply staying effectively the same. I think that pausing the team emissions is like from the reserve is like a major move by the team as well. And really what it shows is conviction in the token, right? If option 2 passes, the Jupiter balance sheet is going to be accumulating JUP, right? From the Mercurial stakeholders, from any team members that might want to sell for personal reasons, et cetera. And that's no small thing. So, that's a real mark of conviction to the market as well, that, we really stand by this token. We're really invested in this token. The incentives are very much aligned.
By the way, I think also one important thing is, right, reading the comments is actually very surprising that people don't know that we have been doing 50% of the team buybacks. So I'm saying buybacks for the tokens. I'm saying it's actually very, very surprising. It's like, in fact, I think for anyone on the call, right, that might not know and stuff, it's like, can go back to the slides. Can you go back to the part earlier?
This one?
Yeah, here. So I think guys, I think that the whole thing about the whole reason why we did the 50%, right, on-chain revenue buyback, right? But by not in buyback, just buy a token, right? Is that it's actually all these things is done in response to user feedback. Right? Mm-hmm. And I think that it remains surprising to me how many people don't know that. That is actually the token utility that people wanted was that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right? And I think that at the same time, obviously, I think we are not denying that maybe it hasn't done that well in a sense. And also maybe maybe a lot of things have happened that kind of swung the narrative a certain way. But I think this is a big move of us to kind of almost like reset the state. Yeah. So that's how I think about it.
Yeah. For people in the chat saying no airdrop, et cetera, that is absolutely not what we're saying. We're saying that there's going to be a DAO vote, and in option 1 of that DAO vote, if you want JUP Rally to continue as planned, vote for that one with your tokens. Make your case to vote for that one as well. and it will absolutely happen on these specific dates, right? It'll definitely happen there. If, on the other hand, you want to think about the longer term future, or not even just longer term future, you just have a difference of opinion, you think that no net new emissions is more exciting, and you want to pause team emissions in JUP Rally indefinitely and offset that mercurial investing, you can vote for option 2. Important to note, those tokens, they're not being burned or anything else like that. The snapshot is preserved, and those tokens are still there in the community called multi-sig.
So I think we do the Russia, right? That is in the 50% buyback. So I think that was actually very, very especially what people wanted. That was actually specifically what the community wanted and what we implemented. And I'll tell you right now, that it was actually a really big move, and we did that. Yeah.
Let me answer the questions over here in the chat as well around ASR. ASR will continue 50 million JUP per quarter as it has for the previous year. No change on that side. Those tokens are actually already kind of mostly present from the unclaimed JUP Rally tokens before, and then of course there's the buybacks as well. So that won't add from a net kind of perspective. So ASR will work the same 50 million tokens per quarter distributed to stakers. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
No, done. Let's go. Yeah.
Cool. Man says, who is selling if you making buyback gives us the data? It's a good question. I don't know. I don't know who it is, Porky Man.
Guys, I mean, can I just say real quick here? Is that like, sorry, go on.
I was just saying, like, I don't know. That's the nature of the market.
It's like, I mean, the market. Have you seen the market? But okay, guys, okay, yeah. Let's do real talk here. Okay, now I feel like we have been extremely responsive to what people think, and I would say that sometimes maybe even to a fault, right? And we this is again one more effort, to respond to what people are what community think, and we think that there's obviously, given the current conditions, I think most reasonable people agree, right, that given current conditions and given current sentiment, right, doing the airdrop right now is probably not a high EV situation, right? For most real people, right? Yeah, understands? That's actually the end of it, right? We don't think we're putting this forth because with all the market data and with all the information that we have and all our ones have, it is actually probably not the best time to do it. Yeah, there's probably a much higher EV time to do it. So yeah,
that's right. Let's see. Basically, all staker. Yeah, well, I think that there's going to be an interesting conversation that happens around here, right? This is come as a result of not just hearing feedback from token holders, but also things that we've been thinking about for quite some time in terms of how to kind of manage the narrative around JUP as a token, how to manage interest in JUP the token, how to manage JUP the token itself over the past little while. So far from like a reactive 1 minute to the next kind of decision, I think this is informed by current market conditions, but let's be real, market conditions have been bad for a little while. This is really now kind of trying to get the DAO's input on this overall level of strategy. I do think that it is going to be a competitive vote, quite honestly. I think that a lot of people are going to want JUP Rally to continue. And then I think some other people are going to have some strong feelings around the long-term benefits of net zero emissions and so on. So let's see. Yeah, I can already see in the chat, some people are saying like, you really want an airdrop when the token price is already so low. People saying you're talking in riddles. Really not trying to talk in riddles. Hopefully that's not what's going on. Some people saying option 1, some people saying option 2. This is what a real DAO looks like, right? This is not like a rubber stamp kind of vote. This is like a meaningful, high impact, high leverage vote where, quite honestly, I don't know which way this is going to go. But I think that either of these options, there's trade-offs between both of these options, and it'll be really exciting to see, where the token holder community ends up deciding to go here. Yeah.
I think that we have always been working like I got so many thoughts, man, on everything.
Share some of them. Share some of them.
What's that?
I said share some of them.
Share, really? Share a bit. I think we kind of decide the I'm quite sad. Okay, I'm honest with that. Okay, someone commented earlier about why the energy has changed. I'll tell you why right now. Okay, I'm sad. I'm actually really sad. Because I think when we did the first JUP Rally, right, it was a celebration event. Same thing. It was like, okay, we built this thing over like many years, right? And and as a result of that building, right, we were able to create something valuable, right, as a gift. Same thing to give to people. And so many people came up to me and be like, wow, you know, like JUP changed my life, and it was really hard for me back then, blah blah, everything, right? And the ability for us to like, and I think that the ability for us to like, you know, to be able to do that was immensely valuable to me, right? Same thing, right? Like the ability for us to like, you know, like create something out of nothing, you know what I'm saying? And then and use that as a way to kind of like, you know, like honestly impact a lot of people, right? You know, we added up to probably like a million people back then. Same thing, you know, and many of them very substantial. And I mean, don't get me wrong, that period was actually obviously very dramatic. But we kind of like handle it well, right? And that, so it was in that spirit, right, where we wanted to kind of like, you know, like potentially like, you know, execute on more JUP Rallies. See what I'm saying? You know, because I've always believed in the power of airdrops. So then to rally and line, right? Unlike what Roundup might think. However, I think somewhere along the line, it became very divisive. See what I'm saying? It became something that instead of like, you know, bringing people together, started splitting people apart.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Right. We no longer we went from a situation, right, whereby okay, we all had different interests, but we're all fundamentally working for the same things, to something where it became that like, okay, it's just two different speed, and then Sticker started calling users names, users calling everyone names, and it just created this like massive like you know, split, you know, between everyone. And obviously, and obviously, what also happened there was, I think there was actually a very big and it became to the point that like you know, no matter what we did, it wasn't enough. See what I'm saying? You know, in my opinion, anyway. I know people might not agree, but I feel like no matter what we did, right, it kind of wasn't enough. And don't get me wrong, I'm in the game, right? We're in the game. The game's a game, right? There's no excuses, right? Done. At the same time, it did actually make me pretty sad to see like, you know, different extremely valuable members of the community just like going at each other. So I think it's my hope that I think and right now I think there's no doubt that the narrative around the the narrative around the token, right, interchange, right? And it is my and this I think this proposal is what I think is I think that the team came together to put this forward, right? To put together a much cohesive plan to kind of address things and restart the slate a bit, right? So I feel like that is I think and it still makes me sad because I feel like I mean, I do think about it, right? It's like, okay, what if, you know, we just did one and we're done? Something, you know, right? I think the intention of it has become so different, you know, from what I originally thought it would be. Yeah. So that's the thing that I am pretty sad about. Yeah.
Listen, I think this is one of the key ideas that like people have to understand. This whole industry is at the frontier, and certainly what Jupiter is doing, both on the product side and on the kind of tokenomic side with the DAO, like repeatedly we have lived at the frontier. And life at the frontier can be tricky, right? You don't always like know exactly how things are going to plan out. Things that you say before might need to change in accordance with as strategy shifts and as the world shifts around it. Ultimately here, if the token holders, if the governance of people behind Jupiter want Jupiter to happen, here are the exact dates it's going to happen. Say it right now. Boom. It's right there. The DAO will be the ones who decide on this, right? Like, I think this is like a critical point that has to come back again and again. This is going to be a wide vote. You're going to see many different opinions and so forth. However, there's also, you know, an opportunity towards a different path. And maybe we take this path and maybe we don't. But I think pausing team emissions at Jupiter indefinitely and offsetting that mercurial investing and having like a really powerful green narrative for Jupiter, I think is quite interesting. And at very least, it merits a discussion. Is it a perfect plan? I don't know. But does it deserve to be discussed based on what we've heard and based on what we've thought ourselves? I think absolutely the answer is yes. And that's what's going to happen over here. So the next few days will be filled with discussion as we start to think through exactly what, and we start to see exactly what the community actually thinks. I like that somebody is laughing about governance. This is what real governance looks like, folks. Like, this is a very meaningful decision that will be decided on by the token holders. So, people want governance. This is what governance looks like. It's making hard decisions with trade-offs that affect people at scale. That is really what this is. Yeah. Cool. Anything else that we want to say over here, Meow?
Yeah, I think that I feel like it has been a very I mean, bro, I'm holding my words back because I can say so many things. Yeah, I think that I think when this option was first brought up, I think I found it to be interesting because I think that it is a clear statement that we want to focus on long-term value creation, right? And we are willing to put our own I mean, we've always been able to put our own like money online to actually anchor things. Yeah, and I think that this is a very strong very strong signal on our end to do that. Yep.
Yeah, I think so as well. I did see a question about RainFi. So the RainFi folks will kind of figure out as the vote closes, and we'll see what happens there. So just stay tuned for more information over there, and we'll see where it goes. All right, I think that's about it. Anything else we want to say?
Hopefully, I mean, like we are hopeful that this will kickstart the path towards a long-term value creation. I think that for too long, the whole emissions things has been a extremely distracting conversation.
Yeah.
And I think that the main thing here is that we're gonna reset the whole thing. Yep.
That's right. That's right. This is something like 1.3 billion tokens, I think, in total, is what this slide right here represents. So it's a meaningful and important kind of piece over here. The vote will go live on Tuesday. Discussions right now. The proposal is live as a draft. We call it a draft because it might change slightly based on people's ideas or feedback or comments and stuff. So, the specific language might change a little bit over the coming days. There'll be the final proposal on Tuesday. That'll be the same kind of overall in structure, and then discussion over on Monday as well. So you can come and let us know your thoughts. Okay.
And actually someone say can pull it up. They say sorry meow thing.
They said sorry meow.
Yeah, someone said sorry meow, but make your comms still better. Right? Yeah. I mean, is this I'm sorry that I'm not able to communicate that well now. It's a very it's a difficult topic for me. Yeah, I will admit. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. It's not easy, but we do things not because they are easy, but because they are right. And I think that it is only right that this conversation happens and that the DAO has a chance to revisit this decision, can either elect to continue or can elect to have no net new emissions indefinitely, which is a pretty big deal as well, I think. Okay, cool. I think that's it for this one. Unfortunately, Jono from ParaFi is actually delayed a little bit. So what we can do is instead talk a little bit about the the Kuala Lumpur recap and then come back to this section.
Let's go.
Yeah. So my goodness, some good vibes. As we talk about a JUP rally, there's some updates and news about JUP. But the thing that also undergirds JUP at a fundamental level is, of course, the products and the community. And so it starts to become very important that we talk about this as well, because this was absolutely crazy. This one is photoshopped. These are not Meow's real muscles. This is all fake, just for people's information. So yeah, we can go through a quick recap of everything we announced over at CL. You want to do one and I do one, or how do you want to do this, buddy?
No, you go for it. Yeah, you go for it. You go for it. Let's go.
Go for it. All right, you jump in as you see fit. JUP.ag has a brand new homepage already starting to be iterated on. Major shout out to Lai Wei, Ryan, Aiden, and many other names who are not on the slide but have done incredible work. Joe Doe and others as well. I've been getting some nice feedback on that. Jupiter Global is now live. I don't know if anyone's used this yet, but it's absolutely killer. Stablecoin, crypto card, lowest fees, QR Pay. This is nuts. There are entire businesses just built around Jupiter Global, which we just kind of dropped in surprise over here. Jupiter Lend got massive upgrades, formally verified now. Native stake SOL is collateral, which is really great. We'll make a bigger push on that next week. Bought my groceries with it, said Adam Fraser. That's pretty sick. And many more things coming soon over there. JUP USD itself got up here. I don't know if people saw the juice loop on Jupiter Lend. Have you seen this, Meow? You know, it's been full the entire time.
Wow, has been? No idea.
Yeah, it's packed.
Yeah.
Can't get any more. We have to like increase allocation because people are so eager to get onto it. It's like 13%.
Juice is a great name, by the way. Juice is a great name, by the way. I think the JUP USD is one of those products that I think we are just starting, right? I mean, everything from the JUP Global and JUP USD, and it's like this entire thing that we are building up, you know. And I think it will be I'm personally very excited to see what I bring in. Yeah.
I think this is it's only going to get bigger and better from here. We got some fun things. It's going to get added into JLP very soon as well, which is going to dramatically increase the liquidity and the count there. Jupiter Ultra continue to get better. 96% success rate, crazy. Uniswap, Robinhood, Crypto.com, SushiSwap just announced that they're using it as well. Shout out to SushiSwap guys. We were supposed to have them on the call on Wednesday. Alex, my buddy, I do apologize. Other things came up around the token. We will definitely have you on very, very soon as well, which is great. Native Perps live on Jupiter Mobile. Super smooth experience here, I gotta say. This is very, very cool. Jupiter prediction markets getting better. Polymarket now, the first Polymarket integration on Solana. Telegram bot with clans, which we play around with all the time internally. Limit orders on the way. JUP USD already there. Have you been playing around with the prediction markets at all, Meow?
Somewhat. It's fun. It's very fun. It's very, very fun. Yeah. The Telegram bot is amazing. Yeah. Have you done Telegram bot?
The Telegram, I live in the Telegram bot, bro.
Really?
I'll be honest with you. I've just been copy trading Morton this whole time. That's the only way that I make money. But that's why I like the Telegram bot, because then I can see what Morton's doing and then I just copy him mercilessly. We're just trying to take down Italo right now. The all-new Jupiter developer platform, sexy, easy to use, real-time unified dashboard for all these APIs coming together. A $2 million JUP USD trading campaign is live right now. JUP.ag, I think /rewards, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Jodo and them. You can go trade and claim. If you have been trading, you can go claim right now. That's a super fun one. JLP Delta Neutral is live right now. And the waitlist for JupNet Gum is up at gum.jup.net. Pretty cool stuff. And then OfferBook, where is it? Yes. And then a bunch of new products. OfferBook, Academy, Galileo, Comet, JupNet, Explore.jup.ag, Dynamic Launch Engine, and so much more, all on the way in 2026, along with a few other surprises that we haven't even mentioned yet.
So many things, by the way. I think the thing I think in from a broad perspective, right? There are three big categories of stuff, right? The first one is actually Jupiter, obviously, right? The Jupiter on-chain, Jupiter Global, and Dump, right? So those are kind of like I think at some point we need to like really draw a very nice like schematic, you know, for kind of how everything comes together, you know. But I think for now the most important thing is sponsorship, right? I think I mean we also did, for those who don't know, we also did a team offsite, right? And it was actually really awesome, where the whole team, so for the first time in a long time, the whole team came together, and it was like really awesome to see. And then we will and I think we announced a lot of things, and then it's time to ship now, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Have you seen this page, Meow? I don't know if I showed this to you. We put up here as well, this directory page now. Look at all of the things you can do with Jupiter. It is just insane. Trade, earn, manage, learn, build, launch, on-ramp, the community itself, and getting help to this. Crazy just how much you can do over here. Shout out to AG. Great cat for real. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. We like this stuff. So CatLumpurr was, in fact, a movie. It was too good. Too many things kind of came out of it. And then out very soon, it won't be tomorrow, the 2025 year in review that I talked about on stage. We'll have the full 2025 recap in a PDF that you can watch through and get a sense as well, right? That is really where the heart of things need to be, is kind of seeing what happened before, and then gives you some faith that of all the things that are going to come in front of us now as well. Damn. That is quite a bit. So yeah, I just got a message from Jono. It does seem he's not going to be able to join, unfortunately. Sorry, so it won't happen. Will miss you. But yeah, basically for anyone that missed it, this was one of the major announcements for JUP, the token that came out over here as well for the first time ever. $35 million strategic investment into JUP the token. Transactions settled in JUP USD, which is pretty incredible. ParaFi, one of the more luminary funds that are out in the space, working with us because they want to accelerate on-chain financial infrastructure. They have great ties into TradFi. They have a great history of trading, or great history of financial kind of innovation and supporting financial innovators. And that's why they were so excited to work with us. $35 million is a giant deal in tokens. Remember, this is not an equity investment. This is in the token itself. And it's a particularly gigantic deal in this market, right? And especially without a discount. That's the craziest part. But in this market, you're not seeing token deals of this size happening on a day-to-day basis. So it's a massive sign of confidence from folks. And they did that all without knowing anything about this DAO vote that was coming as well, which is crazy. So let's see. I think that is about it for now. Meow, anything else that you want to say over here?
I mean, we need to get back, man. We need to get, I think whatever the result is, right? Option 1, option 2, right? Right after the vote, we execute it, whatever it is, and we get back to business, right? It's like,
correct.
I think that there's really, really big, and the, whether you are like, okay, guys, look at me, right? Whether you are a user, a staker, a holder, or team member, right? Or community member, right? Whatever the vote does, we get back to work, Yep. Because remember, like I'll say this thing, right? The only reason why we are able to give you anything of value, see what I'm saying? It's because we worked for a long time. See what I'm saying? To create a platform, a symbol. See what I'm saying? That was valuable, and that was why we were even able to do the first place, right? And the reason why we're even talking about the in the first place, right, is because we continue to work on it, right? Mm-hmm. And then I think the big thing we're doing here now is to really see if we can actually anchor, really remove what we consider finally finish, really bring to the next phase, and go from there. I think we already done the big printout announcements in CatLumpurr, so that is quite simple. That's it. So then that's actually most of the product announcements. So this call really is about our commitment. So I think I'll putting for a proposal to drive to really take care of one of the to again address one of the things that people are concerned about. And I think that and whatever the vote happens in March, we'll go. Yeah.
Done. Yeah. The vote should end actually on February 21st, just for context there. There's a little extra time built in for the airdrop checker and the airdrop release. We want the checker to be fine-tuned, and then we want to give people time in case there's any claims or something else around that. That's why there's a delay between the checker and the actual release, just to give everyone a clear sense of what's happening. But yes, the job is to get back to business. Ultimately, JUP is an important thing. It is not the only thing. The most important thing is that we have this conversation. We figure out what we want to do here. Should we continue with JUP Rally? Should we aim for net new emissions this year, or indefinitely, I should say, excuse me. No net new emissions indefinitely, or not. Let's get the vote, get it done. It'll be done by the February 21st, and then we'll have clarity one direction or another. We look forward. There's one last thing that I would ask now, and now it's a bit of a silly ask, I will admit. There's going to be strong opinions about this. We know that, right? We know people might have had plans around it. Obviously, there's some folks in the chat who are extremely excited about option 2. There's some people in the chat who are extremely excited about option 1. The ask is to try to be respectful when you're talking to each other about this kind of thing, right? It's not one thing or another. Like, this DAO works better and crypto works better when we treat each other with some respect. I know that's going to go right over some people's heads, but if you are really in favor of option 1, try to think what is the case for option 2. If you're on really much for option 2, try to be respectful. Don't just straw man people on the other side.
I feel like and nothing to say this. I think you can scold me all you want. I think I am like directly, I'm probably responsible for the decisions that both the decisions that created a certain unhappiness. Yeah, I think that feel free to but the team really is working extremely hard. The team works extremely hard to build the best products for everyone. So I think, and if there's any even things like 50%, the 50% JUP little box is empowered. It's powered by the team actually building stuff. So I feel like they pretty nice and respectful to them. And hey, can come to me, it's no problem. And yeah, I think that we and remember, for all the users out there, we love you. We do so much for you. Everything we do is for you. And so I can say this very clearly, okay? Everything we do, like if you've seen Sean, if you see me work and stuff, everything we do is for users, it's for users, it's for holders, and it's for the team, right? Done. Right? Those are three anchors, right? And I think if you're a user, you should know that like we are doing this, and we want to really kind of like come back to the whole thing in a way that will be much of a net positive for everyone.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. The goal is for everyone to win. That's really what we're trying to build. This has always been a grow the pie effort. The users are, of course, the core of Jupiter. Jupiter does not exist. All of these things. Look at all these things that we built for users. If there are no users, none of these things matter. None of these things exist. It's
I think I'll say one more thing, right? I think I really wanna try to get back to the point where like we are really working together, right? So saying, right? That was actually there was a very that amazing period, right? There was actually an amazing period, kind of like before the first token launch, right? But obviously there was actually a lot of arguments on who got what, right? But there was a very strong sense among everybody, I'm saying, that we're all working towards like having a really great launch. I'm saying, right? And that was actually honestly really fucking amazing, And I think that ever since then, I think that it has been almost a PvP environment, right? To my very great sadness. And again, whether option 1 or option 2, right? I think option 1 has strengths because done. We get it done, over, right? Finished. Option 2, okay, cool. We all eat pain. We all eat some pain, right?
Yep.
And then we all eat some pain. And we also address some major issues, saying that we are talking about. But either way, we go forward. Yeah. And we really work on like the long term position of Jupiter. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. All right, folks. This was a short one, but obviously a jam-packed one. If I had to guess, I think I might have some notifications waiting for me on Twitter. Do you think you have any notifications waiting for you, Miao? I think there might be a few thoughts that people are sharing. So we'll definitely go check that out. We'll see. Again, if option 1 passes, airdrop on the days that I mentioned. If option 2 passes, no net new emissions indefinitely for Jupe the token. It's a big deal in either way. Thank you all.
Either way, Cash. Let's get back to it. I think that it's like I think it has been a very again, I feel like the biggest thing that I think I really didn't understand that well, expect that well, is really guys, just be nice to the team and the other community members. Same thing, right? Be as mean to me as you want. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, this is a very. I think it's a good point that merits it, right? Like the team works hard all day. Whatever you think of this proposal, one way or the other, don't take it out on them. Like you got something to say, seriously. You can say it to the people that are on this call right now, telling you this information. Like they're just doing their best every single day, and we all. I mean, they're taking the sacrifice with this as well, right? Like this is all.
You wouldn't find a more well-meaning team or more hardworking team I could forget about it anywhere. I think the team is actually really, really great, like just really nice people, right? And then I feel like I think that I really would like to and yeah, I think I just want everyone to like really be show some consciousness of that. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Cool. That's it.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Be kind to each other. Be kind to the team. Let's hear what you guys think. We got a few days.
And one last thing is that thanks Cash. Cash has been a rock. Right? If I'm the floaty cat, he's a rock. So thanks, Cash. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. It's been we're doing what we can in difficult times, but excited to see what everyone thinks. Thank you all very much. We'll see you on Monday at the Twitter space. If you have opinions, you can bring them there as well. See you guys. Bye, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye. You don't have to go home.